Good morning, little dog. Good morning, viewers. We are backed into a door. We've already dropped this load. Last we spoke, we were outside of Chicago. We are now in Virginia. What part of Virginia? I honestly can't even remember. It's not far from Maryland. But we made it here. It's Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We are going to be watching we're going to be watching some of the MLF coverage. I like to listen to that. We're working on getting a load out of here. I'll be getting that information here shortly. That poor little dog, she's laid back right now because she's a little injured. She's a little injured dog. She had a little injury last night to her paw right around here somewhere. So she's just kind of recovering. She's limping. She was bleeding a little bit last night when I noticed it. She's okay though. She's a tough one. She's a sweet dog. So let me get out of this door and get the trailer doors locked in, and then we're gonna head on out of here once we get the load information. Hey sweet dog, are you okay? You see that paw? She's got her paw elevated. She is hurt. I love on that paw. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. That poor little paw. So, I don't know what happened to her last night, but she was running around and something happened down there. That poor little dog. Oh yeah. It's gonna be okay. Alright, watch out. Daddy gotta come in. Watch out. You know Daddy gotta come in. Watch out now. Come on, you little limp dog. There you go. That's a sweet girl. That's a sweet pup. She still love her daddy enough to come over here. She want to come over. She want to come on over. There's that little injured dog. You okay, pupper? No. You need to stay off of it. You need to stay off. You gotta stay off. All right. A few hours later, we finally got the load we were looking for. A load. That's one of those things you just got to deal with as a truck driver. Sometimes things don't happen on your timeline. Sometimes it doesn't maximize your clock. But we managed to get a load, like I said, it's a few hours later. So just been kind of listening to MLF over there on Okeechobee. We're going to listen to that today until they stop coverage. But we're in Manassas, Virginia, and not far from DC, and we're heading up to Winchester. Got about an hour deadhead, and we're gonna get on up there, grab our load. We'll check up with y'all in a little bit. It is a nice cloudy day. Feels pretty good outside, just a little chilly, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, you gotta stay on this side of the truck. You gotta stay on this side of the truck. Watch out. Back up. Back up. So we are backed into a door. And Molly, stay on this side of the truck. Come here, pup. Come here, pup. You gotta stay on this side of the truck. You gotta stay on this side. Let's go to the ground. We're way over yonder. Way past that tree. Truck's parked. They're working on getting loaded. And we are taking a little walk. Even with being a little injured, she's doing pretty good. You don't even see the limp too much right now. But she do be limping though. Especially when she first gets out of the truck. I gotta help her get down. She still jumps on in there like it ain't nothing. But get her potty break, get her a little walk, get a little exercise. Let her be a dog a little bit. Helps me get my fat butt out here and walk around a little bit too. It is nice out here. It's really comfortable. Feels really good. It's like somewhere in the 50s. The wind's not blowing much. It's quite cloudy, but it just feels good. Feels good. Nice to be walking on something that is not frozen. So we're back in the truck, and Molly's got her snacky. She's snacking. Hey. She has got her peanut butter and Kong. And we are fully loaded. Well, it's not fully loaded. It's actually only about half the trailer length. And I just pulled forward, closed the doors, and went back, and they're going to put the seal on there so that nobody can get in and open the doors on me. And then we've already got our GPS set up. See here, I'm still listening to MLF, and over there on Okeechobee. And this is where we're going all the way to Ohio. A little short run, actually. Only about 8 hours of drive time from up in here in northeastern Virginia. And it's just kind of a squiggly line run. We'll get up on I-70. Got to take 68 up to the 70. Go through Columbus. And then outside of Hamilton, you know, Fairfield. It's outside of Westchester, Ohio. So only about not even 500 miles, not even 8 hours. And that's what we're looking like. That's a happy dog. Yeah, look at that tail wag. Oh man. Are you a happy dog? Look at the camera if you're happy dog. That's close enough. There it is. She's a happy dog. She didn't eat dinner last night. She's kind of rebelling against me. It's kind of an issue we have right now. I ordered in bulk a bunch of her food of a brand that I like, Merrick, for the canned food. And I forgot that it came in bulk as all like the same exact kind, right? So, you know, I like to give her variety. I have raised her up to enjoy switching her food up. Usually the same brand, but like a different flavor every day or every other day, every couple days at the very least. And, you know, she rebelled on me as a pup when I kept feeding her the same thing every day for an extended time. She has put up with it for a solid week, or I guess it's going on 2 now, and in the last few days she's definitely rebelling. She has not been really that interested in her food. Last night was the first night that she didn't actually eat. And she might have also not ate because she wasn't feeling well with getting a little bit injured last night. Don't know how it happened, but it just happened. She's a wild dog. Actually, I didn't have my eyes on her the whole time. I let her roam free a little bit. And I don't know. So I need to switch up her food. Moral of the story is I need to switch up her food. I think it's good for for the dog. You know, I think it's easy to just feed a dog the same thing every day and just buy the same thing, but being able to mix it up, maybe, you know, and I know some dogs, their digestive system can't handle it, but I think Molly would have been the same way, because I had her kind of messed up when she was a pup when I first started switching her food up. But then I think their body really adjusts to it, and maybe some dogs don't, but she did, and I don't have any problems. I can switch her food up. You know, granted, she's young, she's a healthy, you know, happy, you know, really physically active dog, so it's a little bit different, very likely. But just keep that in mind. If you got a dog, you know, definitely switch it up. You know, I don't think it's enough just to give them a special meal every, you know, once a week. I think switching up their dog food as, you know, as much as you can, as long as their systems will allow you to do it, I think is really healthy. I mean, you know, think about you, you know. I want something different, even with the food I like, let alone they don't want dog food, they want people food. If you fed them the same people food every day, they'd probably be okay for a while, a long time. So that's the moral of the story. We'll check in with you on a little bit. We're probably gonna hit a scale. We'll catch up with you later. All right, truck drivers, folks out there, if you're on the road, if you're not gonna have a portable toilet like I do, whenever you need to go, you better have you a bag just in case you need some toilet paper or something. Hey man, that's the best advice I could ever give you, buddy. Oh. Hey there, little dog. Hey, hey, hey. You see, she's got a little limp in her. She works into it. At first, she's limping pretty good, but she's definitely getting better. Let her immune system heal that little bloody wound up. She'll be all right. The wind is blowing. I do apologize. I do not have an external mic yet. I very well might do that. I don't want to overcomplicate what I got going on, because, you know, working so many hours and dealing with so much as it is, but it's just an external mic, and I think, you know, I do deal with a good bit of wind out here on the road, so I very well might get that. I was dead set on it at first, and then I ended up not going that route. Like I said, I just didn't want to complicate things. I've already got so much going on. I just want to keep it as simple as I can. But I also heard the wind on one of the recent videos, not to mention obviously there's a lot of traffic noise and stuff. I really probably will do that. Actually, I might order one before we even leave up out of here. But my truck is right there, that closest one to us. We're parked up taking just a little break. This is a brake check area in West Virginia. We made it. Let's see, we're on, as you can see the sign, I-68, and we're making our way through. We started in Virginia and making our way over to Ohio. This is, like I said, quick run. We will be there tonight. That's the good news. So we'll drop the load in the morning. Appointment, I think, is like 10 a.m. or something like that. So we'll be able to sleep in a little bit too. We should get there around 8 to 9, probably 9 realistically, 9 p.m. which will be great. So I just want to check in with you, man. The weather, it feels beautiful, especially coming from all the cold weather. It's the wind's blowing, but it's not really that chilly. Granted, I'm kind of used to the cold weather, but it's just perfect. I love weather like this. I mean, you know, back in my bass fishing days or just in general, you know, it just feels fresh. And I don't know, maybe it's the Cherokee Indian in me when you got clouds and kind of a low pressure. I'm not sure, but it's just perfect. The temperature is just perfect, really, pretty much, and the wind is blowing, so the air feels nice and fresh and crisp. And we are in the mountains, so it's just a good feeling. Feels very, very good out. So the trees are already starting to bud a little bit in Virginia in a few spots, so we may not be too far away. And heck, there's that sun peeking out. There you go. Molly, come here and say hi. Come here, bub. I gotta go to her. She's really into this. I'm letting her be a dog right now. Hey, you come here and you say hi. Say hi to them. Yeah, that was enough. All right, we'll check in with y'all in a little bit. We will be driving into the nighttime, and I'll update y'all as we make our way on down the road. Give it a oh, yes. Hey, little dog. Hey, hey, hey. Say hi to everybody. Oh, yeah. So, change of plans. Things developed, as they sometimes do in trucking. And shortly before I updated and checked in with you last, I had gotten a check engine light and gotten a code, and it looked like some sort of depth sensor type situation. Basically, long story short, I'm not going to go through it all. Long story short, I spent about an hour trying to like kind of figure it out a little bit myself and try to make it work. But basically, the engine has a thing in it to where it'll what's called derate, and what happens there is that the engine will go to a certain miles per hour. It was going to go down to 5 miles an hour, and I had 3 hours. I've got about an hour and a half left before it was to do that. So it looks like it's probably some sort of electrical short, and there's something else on the trailer I need to get looked at too. It kept me from being able to slide to tandems earlier, and it's been giving me a little bit of a headache. So that's that. We went to the TA. Made it to the TA. I'm outside of Columbus, Ohio. We went through Pennsylvania and everything. We're in Columbus, Ohio, and decided to get to the TA, get them to look at it. They told us it'd probably be a dealership thing. So basically, got here to, it's really dark, so you probably can't see much. There's actually some people walking up here. There's another truck, some other folks. Anyway, we're just here. We're going to try and get this thing looked at in the morning. So we'll check in with y'all here in a little bit. I got some Popeyes. I'll probably show that to you here in a little bit. Yeah, and it's very windy. I can't believe how windy it is. Hello. But I did mention something in a video recently where I said that the East Coast doesn't know wind like the West Coast, which is mostly true. But let me tell you, I take it back. I didn't mean it, because I can't believe the wind here right now. It's unreal. It is blowing all over the place. But nonetheless, I need to go get checked in here soon. They close. They can't see me until in the morning. I was supposed to deliver the load. It's not going to happen. At least not in the morning. These electrical things, man, I've seen these before. I've been in them. Like, it could be simple, like they get it together and we get back on the road in the morning. Or it could be a deal. It could take days and weeks, especially with supply chain. Electrical issues are just tough. It could be days and weeks. We might end up in a hotel. I've had that before, where I had an electrical issue, and it put me in the hotel. But that was with a Kenworth, and it really wasn't even that. It was kind of bad, but so it can be like that. We'll see how it works out. But nonetheless, I got some Popeyes. I got some fries, some Cajun fries. I got 2 chicken sandwiches, and I got a large. And I got a large home-style macaroni and cheese. Looking forward to tearing that up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and then I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna get her food together. We'll go from there. All right, I'm in the bed. Just gonna hang out. Little dog, she's finally eating the rest of her food. Already checked in. I dropped the trailer where we were at the front of the lot, and it's really dark, pretty cold. Very windy, very, very, very windy. And we're parked in front, and in the morning, 8:30 or so, they'll come get us. And then we're gonna go wait in the lobby, I guess. But luckily, Molly is eating her food. She only ate probably a little bit of it the first, and then she scounged some food off of me. And now she's finally eating the rest. We've already been outside. She did her potties. I think we're gonna be really comfortable tonight, though. You know, it's not too cold. One of the things I'm going to do is I got the bunk heater. I don't plan on idling. I could idle. The truck's fine as far as that. I could idle if I want. But I always like to get some fresh air. It's really windy, so we should be able to open this up like this. That's closed. That's open. It doesn't open much. It's kind of like a camper kind of deal where it just kind of parts open. But we get some fresh air in. It's not too cold. And I can turn the bunk heater on. The bunk heater now, folks, let me tell you, the bunk heater is an underestimated thing in trucking. That's a good way to be comfortable in the winter. Save you some fuel. It works really well for me. Another thing I do, because I like to have some air moving, I have this little fan. Kicks out a good bit of air. I use it a lot, just to have some air, because the vents are all the way over there in the Volvos, and there's no vents on this side. So I always slept with a fan when I was young. There's, you know, a USB right there, and we can go. So we'll catch up with y'all in the morning or whenever we get going back again. I don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully it's a quick fix, but we'll see. We're hanging out. I'm pretty comfortable. You know, this has got that vibe of like, obviously I want to make money and be productive, but this has kind of got that vibe of like, you know, the half day of school, or the you know, half day at work, or something. It's just kind of got that vibe where cut the day a little bit short, and it's just kind of got that feeling kind of vibe. I don't feel too bad about it. It's out of my control, you know. It's all right. Little Molly's getting hydrated. She's feeling a lot better. She's not limping as much. So we'll check in with y'all tomorrow. Molly, you want to come up here and say bye to them? Come up here and say bye. Come up here, Molly. Come up here and say bye to them. Say thanks for watching. See, she said thanks for watching. And she's gone. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later. She's going to hang out up front. See you later.